Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel. In today's world, most people try to fit in. They follow the crowd, behave like everyone else, and constantly seek approval from others. But the truth is, the people who truly succeed in life are often the ones who stand out. They are not common. They are rare. Being rare does not mean being arrogant or distant. It means understanding your value, respecting your time, and building a strong character that people naturally respect. In this video, we will explore 5 powerful rules that can help you become rare and unforgettable in a world where most people behave the same way. Rule 1. Be kind, but not available to everyone. Kindness is one of the most beautiful qualities a person can have. A kind person treats others with respect, patience, and understanding. They listen carefully, speak gently, and try to make others feel comfortable. In a world where many people are busy, stressed, and sometimes selfish, kindness stands out. However, there is an important truth that many people misunderstand. Being kind does not mean being available to everyone all the time. Many people believe that if they want to be seen as a good person, they must always say yes. They answer every request, give their time to everyone, and try to please people constantly. At first, this may seem like kindness, but over time, something unexpected happens. When someone is always available, people may begin to take them for granted. Their time, attention, and energy start to feel ordinary instead of valuable. Some people may even start using their kindness for their own convenience. This is why rare individuals understand an important balance. They are kind, but they are also selective with their availability. They respect their own time. Time is one of the most valuable things we have. Once a moment passes, it never returns. Rare individuals know that their time should not be given away carelessly. Instead of being available to everyone, they choose carefully where they invest their attention and energy. For example, if someone constantly interrupts their work with unnecessary requests, they politely set boundaries. They do not become rude or disrespectful. They simply protect their focus and priorities. This shows maturity and self-respect. Kindness also becomes more meaningful when it is intentional. When a person helps someone thoughtfully, listens carefully, or offers support during an important moment, that kindness has a strong impact. It feels genuine and valuable. But when someone gives attention to everyone at every moment, their kindness begins to lose its power. Rare individuals understand this difference. They are kind to people they meet. They speak respectfully and treat others with dignity. But they do not allow others to control their time or drain their energy. They know when to say yes and when to say no. Saying no is often difficult for many people. They worry that others might feel disappointed or think they are unfriendly. But saying no respectfully is not unkind. In fact, setting healthy boundaries protects both your energy and your self-respect. A rare individual might say something like, "I would like to help, but I need to focus on my work right now." This response remains kind while also protecting their priorities. Another reason this balance is important is that it allows a person to maintain quality relationships. When someone spreads their time and attention across too many people, their connections become shallow. They may interact with many individuals but rarely form deep, meaningful relationships. Rare individuals focus on quality rather than quantity. They invest their time in relationships that are respectful, supportive, and meaningful. Because of this, their presence becomes valuable. People appreciate their time because they know it is not given away casually. Being kind but not constantly available also strengthens personal confidence. When someone respects their own time and energy, they begin to see themselves as valuable. They stop trying to gain approval from everyone around them. Instead, they act according to their principles and priorities. This confidence naturally attracts respect from others. People admire individuals who are calm, kind, and self-respecting. They notice that this person treats others well but also maintains strong boundaries. Over time, this balance creates a powerful presence. Rare individuals do not become rare by being distant or unfriendly. They become rare because they combine kindness with self-awareness. They understand that kindness should come from strength, not from the need to please everyone. By protecting their time, choosing their interactions wisely, and offering genuine kindness where it truly matters, they create a character that stands out. In a world where many people give their attention away freely, the person who remains kind yet selective becomes truly rare. And that rare balance of kindness and self-respect is what makes people notice and value their presence. Rule 2. Be valuable, not replaceable. One of the most important ways to become rare is to become valuable. In many areas of life, whether it is work, business, or relationships, people are often judged by the value they bring. When someone contributes little or does only what everyone else is doing, they become easy to replace. Many people simply do what is expected of them and nothing more. They complete tasks without thinking about how they can improve or add something meaningful. Because of this, they blend into the crowd. When many people perform the same role in the same way, any one of them can easily be replaced by someone else. Rare individuals understand this reality. They focus on becoming valuable rather than simply being present. Value comes from skills, knowledge, creativity, and the ability to solve problems. A valuable person brings something unique to the table. They think differently, learn continuously, and look for ways to improve situations around them. For example, imagine two people working in the same job. The first person only completes their tasks exactly as instructed. They do their work, but they rarely try to improve the process or bring new ideas. The second person also completes their tasks, but they go a step further. They learn new skills, search for better solutions, and try to improve the quality of their work. Over time, the difference between these two people becomes very clear. The second person becomes more valuable because they contribute more than just basic effort. Rare individuals constantly invest in themselves. They understand that learning never stops. They read, observe, practice, and develop new abilities. They look for ways to grow intellectually and professionally. This continuous growth makes them more capable and more confident. Another important part of becoming valuable is developing problem-solving skills. In every organization or environment, problems appear regularly. Many people simply notice the problem and complain about it. They wait for someone else to fix it. But valuable individuals take a different approach. When they see a problem, they start thinking about possible solutions. They ask questions, analyze the situation, and search for better ways to handle the issue. People quickly notice those who bring solutions rather than complaints. Because of this, valuable individuals gain respect and trust. Being valuable also means improving the quality of whatever you do. Rare individuals do not settle for average performance. They try to produce work that is thoughtful, accurate, and meaningful. Even small tasks are done with attention and care. Over time, this habit builds a strong reputation. When people see consistent quality in someone's work, they begin to rely on that person. Another reason value is important is that it creates independence. When someone becomes highly skilled and knowledgeable, they gain more control over their opportunities. They are no longer limited to one path because their abilities can open many doors. Replaceable individuals often depend on circumstances. Valuable individuals create opportunities because their abilities are recognized. Value also grows when a person contributes positively to others. People who share knowledge, encourage teamwork, and help others grow become respected members of any group. Their presence strengthens the environment around them. This type of value goes beyond technical skills. It includes character, reliability, and leadership. Rare individuals understand that becoming valuable takes time and effort. It requires patience, discipline, and continuous improvement. But the results are powerful. When someone becomes truly valuable, people notice their contribution. Their ideas are respected, their presence is appreciated, and their work becomes important. They are not easily replaced because they bring something meaningful that others may not have. In a world where many people simply follow routines, the person who focuses on growth, skill, and contribution becomes rare. And when you become valuable, you do not need to chase recognition. Your value naturally makes people recognize you. Rule 3. Be present, not accessible. One of the most powerful qualities that makes a person rare is the ability to be truly present. In today's world, people are constantly connected. Messages, notifications, calls, and social media updates appear every minute. Because of this constant communication, many people feel that they must always be available. They answer every message immediately, check their phones frequently, and allow interruptions to control their time. At first, this may seem like a good habit because it shows responsiveness. However, constant accessibility often reduces the value of a person's attention. When someone is always available, their time and focus begin to lose importance. People may start expecting immediate responses and constant availability. Rare individuals understand the difference between being accessible and being present. Accessibility means being reachable at any moment. Presence means giving full attention to what truly matters in that moment. Rare individuals choose presence over constant accessibility. For example, when they are working on something important, they focus deeply on that task. They avoid unnecessary distractions and give their full concentration to their work. Because of this focus, the quality of their work becomes higher and their productivity improves. Similarly, when they are spending time with someone, they are fully engaged in the conversation. They listen carefully, maintain eye contact, and give their attention to the person in front of them. In contrast, many people today are physically present but mentally distracted. They may be talking with someone while constantly checking their phone or thinking about something else. Rare individuals do not behave this way. Their presence is intentional. When they are involved in something, they give their full attention. This quality makes their presence powerful and memorable. People appreciate individuals who are truly attentive because it makes them feel respected and valued. Another reason presence is important is that it improves focus and clarity. Constant interruptions break our concentration. When we switch between tasks repeatedly, our mind becomes scattered. Work that should take a short time can suddenly take much longer. Rare individuals protect their focus. They create moments of deep concentration where they can think clearly and work effectively. This focused attention allows them to complete tasks with better quality and less stress. Being present also improves relationships. When someone feels that you are truly listening and paying attention, they feel respected. Conversations become more meaningful and connections become stronger. But when someone is always distracted or only partially listening, communication becomes weak. Rare individuals understand that attention is a valuable gift. They give it intentionally instead of spreading it across many distractions. Another important part of this rule is controlling digital habits. Technology is useful, but it can easily consume large amounts of time if we are not careful. Rare individuals use technology wisely instead of allowing it to control them. They choose when to check messages or respond to communication rather than reacting instantly to every notification. This habit allows them to maintain control over their time. Being present also increases personal awareness. When we are constantly distracted, we often move through the day without noticing what is happening around us. But when we slow down and focus on the present moment, we become more aware of our thoughts, our surroundings, and our actions. This awareness helps us make better decisions. Rare individuals recognize that their attention is one of their most valuable resources. Instead of giving it away to every interruption, they direct it toward meaningful work, meaningful conversations, and meaningful experiences. Because of this, their presence carries more impact. When they speak, people listen. When they work, their results are stronger. When they interact with others, the connection feels genuine. In a world where many people are constantly distracted, the person who can remain focused and present becomes truly rare. And that rare ability to give full attention is what makes their presence powerful and respected. Rule 4. Be helpful, but do not allow yourself to be used. Helping others is a powerful and admirable quality. A helpful person is someone who supports others, shares knowledge, and offers guidance when someone is struggling. In every community, workplace, or relationship, helpful individuals play an important role because they make the environment more positive and cooperative. However, there is an important balance that many people forget. Being helpful does not mean allowing others to take advantage of your kindness. Many people who are naturally helpful begin by offering support with good intentions. They assist others, solve problems, and give their time generously. But sometimes, certain people begin to depend on them too much. Instead of appreciating the help, they start expecting it. They repeatedly ask for assistance, avoid doing their own work, or rely on the same person again and again without offering respect or gratitude. When this happens, kindness slowly turns into exploitation. Rare individuals understand this difference very clearly. They help others with sincerity, but they also protect their time, energy, and self-respect. Helping someone grow or solve a genuine problem is meaningful, but constantly solving other people's responsibilities for them is not healthy. Rare individuals know when help is appropriate and when boundaries are necessary. For example, if a coworker occasionally needs guidance with a task, offering support can strengthen teamwork and create a positive relationship. But if the same person repeatedly avoids learning and expects someone else to complete their work every time, the situation becomes unhealthy. In that case, the rare individual may guide them once or twice, but they will not continue doing the work for them. They encourage independence instead of dependency. This approach shows both kindness and wisdom. Another reason this balance is important is that constant giving without limits can lead to exhaustion. Every person has limited time and energy. When someone spends too much of their energy solving other people's problems, they may neglect their own responsibilities and goals. Over time, this can create frustration and stress. Rare individuals understand that protecting their energy allows them to remain strong and helpful in the long run. They help when it truly matters, but they do not sacrifice their own growth and well-being for people who simply want convenience. Helping others also becomes more valuable when it is meaningful. When help is offered thoughtfully and in appropriate situations, people appreciate it more. They recognize that the support is genuine and intentional. But when help is given constantly and without boundaries, it may start to feel ordinary or even expected. Rare individuals avoid this situation by choosing when and how they help others. They focus on situations where their support truly makes a difference. Another important aspect of this rule is self-respect. People who respect themselves understand that their time, skills, and energy have value. They do not allow others to treat them as a tool or resource that can be used anytime. Instead, they maintain healthy boundaries. For example, they may politely say, "I can guide you, but I cannot do the entire task for you." Or, "I would like to help, but I need to focus on my own work right now." These responses remain respectful while protecting their priorities. Rare individuals also understand that true help encourages growth. Instead of solving every problem for someone else, they often guide people toward learning how to solve the problem themselves. This approach creates stronger and more capable individuals. Helping someone learn is more valuable than doing the work for them repeatedly. Over time, people begin to recognize the difference between someone who helps with wisdom and someone who simply allows themselves to be used. Rare individuals become respected because their help is thoughtful, balanced, and meaningful. They remain generous, supportive, and kind, but they never lose control of their own time and energy. In a world where many people either refuse to help or help too much without boundaries, the person who maintains this balance becomes truly rare. Their kindness is respected because it comes from strength, not from the need to please others. Rule 5. Be seen, but do not be everywhere. The final rule for becoming rare is learning how to be seen without trying to appear everywhere all the time. In today's world, many people feel a strong need to be constantly visible. They want to be involved in every conversation, appear in every opportunity, and share every detail of their life with everyone. Social media and modern communication have made it easier than ever to show our presence everywhere. Many people believe that the more they appear, the more important they become. However, the truth is often the opposite. When someone appears everywhere all the time, their presence begins to lose its impact. If people see the same person constantly speaking, posting, or participating in every situation, it becomes ordinary. Their words and actions no longer feel special or meaningful. Rare individuals understand the value of selective visibility. They do not try to be everywhere. Instead, they choose carefully where their presence matters the most. When they speak, their words have purpose. When they appear, people notice them because their presence is not constant or excessive. This approach creates a stronger impression. Think about the difference between someone who talks continuously and someone who speaks only when they have something meaningful to say. The person who talks all the time often loses attention. People stop listening because the words become routine. But when someone speaks thoughtfully and less frequently, people naturally pay closer attention. Their words carry more weight. Rare individuals understand this principle. They focus on quality rather than quantity. Instead of trying to participate in everything, they choose opportunities that truly matter. They invest their energy in meaningful work, important conversations, and valuable contributions. Because of this selectiveness, their presence becomes more powerful. Another reason selective visibility is important is that it protects focus and energy. Trying to be everywhere can easily lead to distraction. When someone constantly moves from one place to another, from one activity to another, they may lose their ability to concentrate deeply on important work. Rare individuals avoid this problem. They limit unnecessary exposure and distractions so they can focus on what truly matters. This focused effort allows them to produce better results. Being selective also creates a sense of mystery and respect. When someone is not constantly visible, people become more curious about their presence. They begin to value the moments when that person chooses to appear or contribute. This does not mean being distant or avoiding people. It simply means understanding that constant exposure reduces impact. Rare individuals maintain balance. They participate where their presence adds value, but they do not feel the need to chase attention or approval. Another important aspect of this rule is authenticity. People who try to appear everywhere often do it because they want recognition or validation from others. They may feel that being constantly visible will make them more important. But rare individuals are not driven by the need for attention. They focus on meaningful work, personal growth, and genuine contributions. Visibility becomes a natural result of their actions rather than a goal they chase. Because of this authenticity, their presence feels real and respected. Over time, people begin to notice individuals who choose quality over constant exposure. When they share an idea, it feels thoughtful. When they appear in a conversation, their input feels valuable. When they contribute to a project, their involvement feels meaningful. This selective approach creates influence without noise. In a world where many people try to be everywhere at once, the person who appears with intention and purpose becomes rare. Their presence stands out not because they are loud or constant, but because it carries meaning. And that quiet confidence and intentional visibility is what makes them truly memorable. In a world where most people try to fit in, becoming rare is a powerful choice. It means living with awareness, respecting your time, and building a strong character that people naturally respect. When you learn to be kind but protect your boundaries, become valuable instead of replaceable, stay present instead of constantly accessible, help others without allowing yourself to be used, and appear with purpose instead of being everywhere, you begin to stand out in a meaningful way. Being rare is not about showing off or seeking attention. It is about developing qualities that make your presence valuable and respected. The more you work on these habits, the more your character becomes stronger and more unique. And remember, in a world full of noise, the person who acts with intention and self-respect always stands out. If you enjoyed this video and found these lessons helpful, make sure to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more powerful lessons about personal growth, mindset, and success. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.